Hello, mirrors. So today I am doing something a little different. I'm going to do a collective reading for all of us for this full moon in Scorpio. Energy has been really intense for me, and I completely forgot that it is a full moon today and it is in Scorpio, so that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of transformation going on. Full moons are really great for releasing, guys, so if you can do like a little ritual. Something that I like to do is just to write things that I want to release on paper and burn it or destroy it somehow. It's a very simple way to work with the cycles on releasing energies into your life, or in your life, not into your life. And also, new moons are really good for manifesting. So it really helps to work with the lunar cycles in order to release and manifest. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome to Law of Attractions and Mirrors Tarot, where we use the cards as a tool to help integrate the fragments of ourselves into one so we can self-actualize into the people we're born to become. With this knowledge, we can begin to manifest all of our deepest desires if we simply take responsibility for our power. So I wanted to see what is going on collectively. Most people I know are going through a lot of energetic changes, so I'm really curious to see what's going on in the collective. So let's see this first card that popped out. Three of Cups in the reverse. So this may be a time for some real introspection, some time alone, some time to not be out there distracting yourself from your problems. That's really what I take with this card popping out. I'm having trouble speaking, guys. Card popping out right away. Let's see what else. Ace of Swords. Why is Ace of Swords popping out, universe? Okay. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Wow. Five of Wands. I'm going to read these other cards here in a second too. So it feels like a lot of us may be having some difficulties starting over because, okay, so aces are seeds. And when we're talking about releasing, these are seeds that would normally be planted, but they're being released. This is the sense I'm really getting now. So I think maybe many of us had some ideas of what we've wanted recently, how we wanted to manifest things, especially emotionally and mentally. So we have Cups and Sword energy. So maybe we had some sort of idea where we were going to go. However, this last cycle, it didn't come into fruition. Maybe the reason being that you weren't in alignment with those around you, because we have Three of Cups in the reverse and we have Five of Wands, which you can see is a card of kind of struggle. That's really interesting, guys. Let's see what else is going on. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and Six of Cups. So I think a lot of this has to do with the people around you, who you're living with, if there's any children involved. I think many of us are trying to find our place within our families and how we can work together. Either many of us are not putting in the work to bring this into fruition, or the universe is calling us to not think of what's happening as hard work, because this is what the transformation is about collectively. So we start off with the Three of Cups in the reverse, but we end up in the Six of Cups, which the Six of Cups is about childhood. It's about nostalgia. It's about past memories. So maybe it's transforming this where you're out of alignment with others, and coming to a place that is conducive to creating happy memories. This is especially true if there's children involved. This might also have to do with many of us coming into alignment with ourselves and what has happened through childhood. It's not in the reverse. A lot of times in the reverse, I take this as a need for shadow work from childhood trauma. I think we'll go back to Oracle here in a second. I'm kind of doing this intuitively. So I want to see what crystal is best for us to work with during this time. And I'm going to go ahead and read the description on these cards. This is a new deck that I'm playing with, so a new deck to me. We have citrine. I just bought a really beautiful, large, rough citrine crystal that I'm waiting to come in, so I'm super excited that came up. That's so funny. But I'm going to go ahead and read what citrine, it's number 18. Abundance. A stone of joy and abundance, citrine helps you to interact creatively with the world. It promotes inner calm, self-understanding. You spend too much time worrying about home, family, and finances. Remember, you're an abundant being who manifests what you need. You're an innocent, wise child who yearns to play. Wow, that is so cool. That's what the Six of Cup energy is. Joyful play creates a wonderful world. Be grateful, for you are blessed. Accept constructive criticism. Become emotionally balanced, letting feelings flow naturally. Take time out for joyful play. Self-regard heals a damaged child. Abundance is all around you. You attract success and prosperity. Stop worrying. Be optimistic and allow life to happen. Trust your intuition and perception. Consult the wise child within. Your thoughts on the bigger picture are correct. If there's family discord, harmony is restored through praise. Oh, how cool. Healing insight. True abundance comes from within. If you nurture your desires, you will bring joy to your wise child self. So this makes more sense now. Okay. So I think right here, the reason why this Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse is because we're approaching the discord within our lives, especially family lives. I think a lot of people are struggling with this because of the current situation, how many of us are a lot at home and have been at home for a while, and maybe things are coming to a head. This is saying that it's not really going to take hard work. It's simply embodying your child self, your inner child, doing things that make you happy, that are maybe silly and not so big in terms of productivity, not so much in terms of adulting, okay? So we're releasing this need for control. We're releasing seeing things as a fight. We're releasing feeling like in order to make things happen, that it has to be from the perspective of working really, really hard. That sometimes embracing our child self is ultimately going to bring us closer to our goals. I find this Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords really interesting. So I'm going to pull a card, another one of these cards for the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords in the reverse. The sense I really, like I said, I get from this is that maybe with this last cycle of new moon, many of us have put in energy for seeds we wanted to plant, and they didn't come into fruition the way that we expected them to. But let's see what's going on. Presley Bluestone. It's number 33. I've never seen this crystal before. Let me see what it's saying though. Planted healing energies from the land of ancestors into a sacred healing landscape. The stone accesses past, present, and future. You are an ancient shaman who has much wisdom to impart and the ability to journey through multiple dimensions in search of healing. You have unshakable core stability and an inner compass that directs you with integrity. Use natural medicine for ailments. Pay attention to your boundaries. Dig deep into the past, access your memories, and cut yourself free. Examine your deepest intentions and roots. Live in the present moment. Find your own direction and face challenges with equanimity. Equanimity. Wow. Okay, guys. That word. I think it's equanimity. You have power to decide. Pay particular attention to your environment. Being true to yourself is the basis of all well-being, spiritual and physical. Okay, so I think with the past, with this past cycle, we did want to bring some things into fruition. However, we have since gone through a transformation and are currently going through a transformation, and it just isn't in alignment with where we're heading forward now. So this is going to take a new approach, but before we can plant more seeds, which, new moons, as I said, are good for planting those seeds to manifest during that cycle, but full moon is about releasing. So we're releasing these things that we have emotional attachments to, and these things that we have mental attachments to. And I don't think that they're anything major because they're aces. So they're like new energy. And I think with the transformation that's happened, we have shifted gears is what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see, feeling drawn to pull 2 energy cards. So one for 5 of Wands, man holding a heart, and one for 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Blossoming abundance. That card has been coming up so much recently. Okay, so I'm finding that really interesting. Man holding a heart with 5 of Wands. So man holding a heart really gives me King of Cups vibes, because, it's the masculine energy, but it's the softer side of masculinity. So this doesn't even necessarily mean a man, but if you take it as masculine energy, with the 5 of Wands, we're all fighting, but in that fighting, we do end up moving forward. That's a lot of times, that's how I take 5 of Wands. But rather than doing that, because it is creating this issue of disharmony here, it's about embracing both the masculine and the feminine, which means that not only do we get clear on what we want on an internal level and align ourselves internally, but we actually do, which really, here in this situation, it's not the hard work again, it is the just connecting to our inner child. We're releasing a need of working super hard and, staying on the daily grind and really focusing on being true to ourselves. And this will result in blossoming abundance. Blossoming abundance isn't just about, material prosperity, but it's also emotional prosperity. It's something greater. It's much deeper than that. It's abundance in all areas of life. Okay. Start reclaiming who you truly are. Yeah. It's what I was talking about, authenticity, and I don't know if I use that word specifically, but in regards to man holding a heart, about being true to yourself, and not just being true to yourself, but you can be true to yourself in your heart and not actually take action. I think that's what we're releasing, not seeing things as a struggle, but seeing them as fun and exciting, and not work, just being true to who you are. Because when you see what you're doing as in alignment with you, and you do it, anyway, when you start doing it, you start feeling this weight lifted off your shoulders, because you're living your truth. So I'm going to pick some more oracle. Oh my God, no, these are not oracle cards, tarot cards. Sorry, guys. I'm really out of sorts with this full moon energy. It's really intense for me. I woke up with a lot of energy waiting to be released. So I'm asking the universe, what do we need to collectively release during this full moon in Scorpio? What are we collectively releasing? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. 6 of Wands. So there's a type of deception going on, and I'm really getting a sense of self-deception. Yeah, okay, so maybe some of us have it ourselves fooled, that we think the life that we have is really what we want, but it's important to note that when you do transform, and when you're going through transformation, which is Scorpio energy, your wants and desires change. The 10 of Pentacles looks different as you grow. So maybe many of us are holding on to our security. We feel like, okay, there's all this good stuff in our life, and there absolutely is, for many of us, but it's not the full picture. Like 10 of Pentacles is like everything. 10 of Pentacles is like, I have everything I want. It's all apparent in my life. It has all been manifested. But then whenever you grow, that 10 of Pentacles, that it gets a little larger, okay? It's more encompassing. It doesn't necessarily mean more things, but it's just that it shifts. So it feels like a deception where we feel like we're victorious, like we feel like we have it all, like we don't need anything more. So getting rid of that, where we can be honest and we can say, you know what, this isn't necessarily in alignment with where I'm at now. Because once you can release that energy, that's when we have the ability to build more. But if you're holding on too much to this 10 of Pentacles, and you think if you let go of that attachment that you're not going to be able to move forward and be happy, well, that's not correct. We can't hold on too much to things, because what that does is it makes it very hard to mentally and emotionally, embrace these changes that will happen naturally, in cycles. They happen naturally. I'd really like to grab a couple cards to clarify the 6 of Wands being here. What are we collectively working on releasing for the full moon in Scorpio? Oh, the Tower. And Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, that's clarifying Six of Wands. So this makes a little more sense because Six of Wands is also an ego card. I feel like it didn't come up in the reverse because it's saying ultimately you will have victory. However, I do see that we are releasing these Tower moments that happen when we're in disharmony. So when these Tower moments happen, most, if not every time, they happen because we aren't taking responsibility. We're over here saying, oh, everything's okay. We're deceiving ourselves. I kind of lost my train of thought because there's so much energy going on with my family right now that it's very difficult to read. Okay, guys, I literally took some headphones and plugged them in my ears just so I can concentrate on this reading. Okay. There's way too much energy going on. Okay, so what we do is we deceive ourselves saying that, okay, everything's okay, in a good place, and not that that may not be true. However, if your soul is longing for more, you end up creating these Tower moments because you're out of alignment ultimately within yourself, maybe with other people, as we see in the Three of Cups in the reverse. So we're releasing this need for Tower moments, which shake up our world. They shake it up so you can be in more alignment. But I see with the Six of Wands here that it's like we have victory. We don't need to do this any longer because we're more self-aware. I think a lot of us are releasing our egos and self-deception. I'll pick a few of these. Release your ex. The time has come to clear energy. How funny. When I read these cards for general readings, I don't usually read the top part of this. Although, for some of us, it definitely could be. But in relation to all this, this is literally about full moon energy, which is about releasing and clearing energy. So that's funny. Extended your lighthearted energy to others in the reverse. Addictions are affecting your life in the reverse. Codependency in the reverse. So this is about getting serious. This is about not taking the fact that we are in alignment as a joke, as something that's lighthearted. This is about being serious about getting rid of these codependency issues where we depend on other people for our happiness. We depend on substances and things to distract us from our true problems. We're releasing that right now. Let me get, I'm just picking one of these cards for overall energy for the collective for the full moon in Scorpio. Lost Lands. Let me read this card. Also getting one of these. And that's about it. I think that might be it for this reading. I'm just too discombobulated. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Ooh. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So since I'm closing out this reading with this, I think this energy is important to keep in mind while we're shifting and transforming, because this is some major energy going on. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So this is really that Six of Cups energy for me. You may feel discordant with people around you, but ultimately love conquers all. So when you're not sure what to do about a situation, simply choosing to respond in a loving way will actually change what's going on around you. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So a lot of what's happening is feeling like karmic retribution. It feels like we're tying up loose ends, karmic cycles. That's what we're transforming now. Major, major energy shifts. And ultimately, I think that's what this huge full moon in Scorpio is about. That's all I have, guys. I feel like that this reading's kind of been all over the place, but I felt really drawn to doing a reading right now with all of this energy going on. That's all I have, though. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get more videos such as this, pick a cards, law of attraction videos, and zodiac readings, that type of thing. But that's it, guys. I love you.